This is for everyone's highest and best good, highest and best good, highest and best good. Know this reading only take what resonates, could represent the past, present, or future, and know that free will can change the meaning of a reading at any moment. I like to do things differently, I like to do things in a circle and incorporate crystals, Reiki stones, and herbs. I feel like this message might be a little bit on the shorter side today, so we'll see if it's a full circle or just how it goes. Sometimes the readings are a full-length session for free here on YouTube, and sometimes it leads to a paid second part. But we'll just see how it goes. All right, deep breath in. I'm seeing like a toddler saying like, no, 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 mommy, I don't want to, I don't want to, I don't want to, I don't want to. And it like falls like on deaf ears. It like didn't like land anywhere. And sort of like, it's just like that lack of acknowledgement over and over again sort of like affect the trachea in your lungs, an expression of self and vocalizing, and your vocal cords as well, and your throat chakra. I'm seeing you like taking like 2 pieces of blue crystals and putting them on your throats, and sort of like just holding them there, just holding them there. Some excellent stones for that would be chrysocolla, turquoise, lapis lazuli, sodalite. Some really like incorporating crystal magic into healing yourself. So you might be in the healing phase, or you might even be like in a point of your life where you're not even sure what you're doing. You just find yourself doing it and you just know that it feels good. And that feel good feeling is your intuition telling you if something does or does not resonate with you. When it feels good, it's resonating with you and it doesn't feel good, and it leads to something that is not for your highest and best good. It's not necessarily good for you, but ends up being good in the long run. Because you learned from that, and that was part of the journey and why you're here. So I am feeling drawn to my Divine Animal Oracle card deck. You might hear like animals. And we have cat here. We have intuition. And this whole like point here, this triangle here, is sort of like, reminds me of the pyramids. And the pyramids are behind this as well, and intuition. There's then a 3 there, and we have the third eye, and we have cats and intuition. And cats help to sort of absorb and transmute low energy, and it's why quite often when you're also not feeling well and you've been around others who aren't necessarily good for you, or maybe you're working on yourself and you're to raise up your vibrations from being sort of like down in the pit in the dumps, and your cat comes over and like sits on you and like purrs and purrs and purrs, it's helping you to transmute that energy, and it's helping to uplift your soul and to help you. And let's see here, and we have a mask here, and the pyramid behind there is like on fire. And there's fire all around here. So I feel like you're being asked to just let the fire burn, let the mask fall off, really deep dive into your intuition and allow who your true self is to be expressed out. It's sort of like, reminds me of the tower too. It's just like, just let it all fall down, let it crumble, stop fighting it, surrender to it. Quite often what we are resisting is actually what we need the most. So just let it fall, let it all go. And the cats around also remind me of like spirit guides too. So they're sort of like saying, we got you, we're here, we're helping you. It's okay to let it go, because something better is helping you. And sometimes as a massage therapist, I've seen people with incredibly tight hands. And sometimes the tight hands are not necessarily from even like their own work, or what they do on a daily basis, or any injuries or anything like that. It's actually from them trying to hold on so tightly to something. And also, rheumatoid arthritis is actually from holding on to anger and unforgiveness. So you just really, really want to work through letting that go because it's literally eating away at you. Rheumatoid arthritis is actually an immune response. And so like even down to the very cellular level of who you are is objecting. And it's like, we cannot do this anymore. We are literally burning up. And rheumatoid arthritis is actually a hot condition. So you're literally like, your joints are like on fire and they're like, we're done. Please send help. Please. And not just taking vitamins, but it's actually working on the issues. Okay, so this is going to be like in a pyramid. But they're telling me to do it. I mean, not a pyramid. Like a diamond. Not a true diamond either. Just watch and see. Okay, so we have here. We have goat. We have reliability. Oh, and this goat is really big, the mountain goats. This is not technically a mountain goat, but goats, if you've ever watched goats, they like to ram things hard with their head. Like, I don't know how their heads are built, that they can take all that ramming and just like run into things, but they do. And they just shake their heads and they keep going. So you might have found yourself being so reliable and just shaking it off and kept going and going and going and going until you burn down, until your adrenal glands are like, we need help, and they're leading to adrenal fatigue and burnout. But you're like, you've been the strong mountain goat this whole time, and you just keep doing it and being reliable. You might be an earth sign or a fire sign, and you're just like been so incredibly reliable. Here you see the houses in the snow, and there's no windows. You do not see the windows. Maybe it's the backside of it, but it's sort of like you sort of like have put yourself into a condition where there's like no way out, and so you're being shown to stand up tall in who you are instead of saying, being the leader in things. It's like, no, I cannot do this anymore. I need to stand up for me. I need to be reliable for me. My body needs help. I need to listen to my intuition. I need to express myself. And maybe the way you were raised really like put you in a position where your health, like by the time you were like 18, you're like, my body is such a wreck from trying to take one blow after another or not being heard or being so suppressed that you are facing issues you shouldn't be facing at that age. And maybe you are the one to silence and to take on issues while others were having their own issues here. And one thing about mountain goats is that they can climb up really steep sides of mountains really, really fast, very, very nimbly. You wouldn't think that looking at them they would be able to do that, but they do. So what you think you can't do, or have the strength to do, or you feel like it might take forever, know that you're being guided and helped, that you can get there faster than you thought, and you are more than you realized, and you have the abilities that are still underneath the frozen ground and need to be thawed out and brought to the surface. And goats too, for some reason I feel like I need to share this with you, but goats too are sort of rascals. They tend to get into everything. They are very, very curious little guys, and so I feel like being reminded of that joyfulness and that rascaliness is something you need to bring to the surface and like really tap into in order to for you to come to where you need to be in life and enjoy life again. And or maybe you've never had that chance and it's time to like really truly celebrate. And you might need to sit with that word celebrate because you've not really had the moment, the ability, or shown how that really is. We have companionship here. We have dog. At first you might just see a hill here, but this is a dog's face. We have number 11, so we had 37, 19, and actually that's 41 on top there. You almost can't tell. But we have somebody here who's hunting, and we have a bow and arrow here. So with a bow and arrow, I don't know if you've ever held one in your hands, but it is the tension of the string of the bow is usually customized to the strength of the user. So if it's strong for somebody who's a little bit stronger than you, it's really a hard time pulling it back. But when it's to the tension of your abilities, you can pull it back. But we have to pull it back far enough so that when the arrow is released, it can shoot up really, 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 really far. Otherwise, if you don't give it much pullback, it doesn't go very far. It just sort of like goes forward a little bit and like drops into the ground. So in order for you to like really get forward in life, sometimes you feel like you're being strung back way too far. You're seeing way too many familiar things that you thought you were done with, but you're being pulled back to shoot forward and just like notice those things, but don't give them any energy. Just be like, okay, here I'm seeing things. I'm seeing remnants as they lastly swirl their way out the door. It's sort of like when you detox. And when you detox, you see old things, but they're only temporary and they're just literally like flaring up on their way out the door. That's how toxins work. That's how a cleanse works. That's how getting rid of things works. And we're almost to springtime here, so it might be time to just cleanse out your life and being like, I'm done and I'm going to do some spring cleaning and I'm going to set the tone for how I truly want to plant my seeds, where I want to go forward in life. And we have companionship here in dogs. So we're pretty much talking about some cats and some pets. Dogs helped to take on the physical aspects of their owner. So they're very much about physical protectors and physical take-care-ons, while the cats have more to do with the energy aspect. So they both serve their purpose. Okay, we are going to shuffle. Or not. Let's do this one. Okay, we have Loyalty, red-crowned crane. Almost, in some ways, almost looks like a wood stork, too. We have the moon, we have mountains, and we have a girl here who's just being carried away by the crane to wherever she's supposed to go, almost like in La La Land, or maybe she just feels like she's like in this in-between space. I just saw 1212, and there's 29 on the card, and it's in-between space of not knowing where to go, sort of like in this plateau, this pause moment, this stillness. And the crane is like, you just stay where you are and we'll take care of you. We have like this little village underneath here. Again, it's sort of similar to this here. But here, there's like little lights are on. You can see the windows, loyalty. So these animals are very loyal, especially when you take care of them and feed them and treat them right. And they'll treat you right and they'll help assist you as well. We have loyalty. So those who are meant for you will always be on your front line, helping you, supporting you, guiding you. And those who don't like you working on yourself are going to either object or just fall away. Let them. Because you only want those who are meant for you. And the best way to do that is just to not give any more energy into things and let everybody show you who they are. And help to fly you high. And maybe it's time to move. Maybe it's time to move to a new place. Maybe it's time to let go. Maybe it's a reset for your voice is also a reset for your life, and it's major spring cleaning too. Okay, so I'm going to grab a crystal. We're actually just going to talk about this one right here. This is clear quartz. This is a tower. And it has a point, so that means it points and directs energy up and out because it stands upright like this. If I turn it on its side, it can do the same thing. Clear quartz is a master healer. It is good for everything. It's sort of like a catch-all. It helps to clear, transmute, protect. It's a good one if you don't know what to use or carry with you or whatever. It's a great one to fall back on. So I feel like you sort of maybe like needing a master of crystals right now to help you in your life and listen to your intuition and listen to that crown chakra as well. And we're going to go with licorice root for the herb. So licorice root is actually really, really good for the throat chakra and the health of the vocal cords here. Licorice root has like a very gentle, it tastes like fennel or anise in a way, but it's not like that synthetic candy version of licorice. It's like a really gentle, sweet, I just saw 1515 flavor. And it's really good for the throat chakra. It's really good for blood sugar as well. And I like to make a tea of it. It's incredibly, it has such a beautiful, beautiful flavor, to me at least. You might not like it. But if you're concerned about diabetes and stuff like this, you might want to make sure it doesn't contraindicate any medications that you are on. And licorice root also helps to flavor other things too if I'm drinking tea with other teas that might not necessarily taste as good. And let's grab a chakra stone. And we have I feel here, so this is about the sacral chakra. This sacral chakra has to do with feminine energy and creativity. And so we've been talking about the throat chakra here, but the throat chakra being happy and expressive helps you to fully be in who you are and express who you are as a creative and as being in your feminine energy too, as a physician, singing, cooking, sewing, creating, anything, full-on creation. It's coming from a sacral chakra here. So in order for you to full-on create your life and who you are and listen to your intuition, you have to acknowledge it. You have to set yourself free. You have to be the best version of yourself, which takes time and is all about the journey. A lot of people don't like hearing that. I didn't like hearing that before, but now that I'm like not so focused on a destination, a loose goal, yes, because quite often our goals can change as we change and we get better versions of them, but enjoying the unfolding is so incredibly beautiful. So you're being encouraged here to bloom and let your throat chakra really, really open up and be in the fullness of who you are. It's a really, really beautiful reading here. And these cards are so pretty. This is from the Divine Animals Oracle card deck. And I'm seeing the number 3 like this. I'm hearing the words take down, taken down, but don't stay down. Okay, that is the message. We're going to seal it in here. Thank you for watching, and 3 ways to support my channel are as I do readings, as well as I have an Etsy shop, a tip jar, and the 4th thing is I have a book on Amazon called Anxiety is No Fun by Jaddee. It is my story of overcoming anxiety in a holistic way.